Okay, good evening. I'm Jason Rubel, the principal of East Hills, and on behalf of the faculty and staff, I'd like to welcome you to our recognition assembly. Woo! Obviously, it's a warm one, but we're enjoying being here at the high school, and the ability to have them host this is greatly appreciated. Before we begin, I wanted to take a moment and to thank a few people. Mrs. Bridges for organizing our program. She's our attendance secretary, and she did an amazing job putting it together for us. And also a big thank you both to herself and to Ms. Gustafson in the main office for manning the ship and taking care of us this year. We have really hardworking custodians across the district and relied on their work to get things coordinated today, and looks great, and I appreciate that, as well as Vicki Chandler up in the booth with the cameras and Ron Whittles with the sound. Big thank you. We have a great community, and the 8th grade breakfast, the party last night. Thank you to Mrs. Watson and Mrs. Socha and Mrs. Hunt, wherever you are up there. I think I see all of you. Thank you so much. And of course, in general, our PTO, Kim Costas, our PTO president, but we could not do our school in the way that we believe schools should be run without our families and our communities and the partnership we have with all you. So big thank you to the entire family group that makes East Hills who we are. Of course, it really should go without saying, but yeah, we're gonna be working the wind a little bit today, but I am so proud of our teaching staff. They always work hard as a team and model just terrific expectations. The work that goes into facilitating classes, encouraging students, mentoring, and just taking care of the most special commodity we have, our students and our children. So big thank you to the staff. I appreciate you. And then there are, of course, folks that are in the front but do all the behind-scenes work. Mr. Calquin is here as a counterpart and a counseling partner. Mr. Southward, this is his group, the one he started with, and I know he feels so closely to. The role that our counselors play make all the difference in maneuvering the challenges of the school year. Mrs. Conzen from the administrative team is a partner of mine, always has the best interest of our kids and making its children first with our processes makes school amazing. So thank you to our counselors and to Mrs. Conzen. So with that, we're gonna maybe begin more formally our recognition assemblies. So at this time, I'd like to invite Royce Cash Namoon, Dylan Mitchell, Taylor Nickel Walsh, Gisela Pagel, Ainsley Smith, and Luau Yang to the front to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. As they make their way to the podium, please stand if you are able.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. So before I begin my specific remarks, I do want to come back to the central role that our parents play. To all the parents, grandparents, family members, and friends in the audience, as well as the teachers and staff, on behalf of the students, again, thank you. We are here today because of all the energy and time and support and insight you have offered to these students, and we are just so grateful and thankful for that. So we, as a group, have made it to the home stretch, and being here on a track, I get to use it again as last year. Literally, you are on the home stretch. And this assembly is an important step in celebrating and reflecting on your time at East Hills. As we discussed at the recognition assembly, in many ways, this is the last time that you may be fully together as this group. And this is a very special group. It is also important to celebrate where we have been and what has made us the people who we are. This evening, I'd like to focus on the concept of change and transition. And it goes without saying that transitions can cause a variety of emotions, from optimism and excitement, but also to worry and anxiety. Recently, Mrs. Bird, who actually I saw her, she's here this evening, one of our fourth grade teachers shared a podcast with me between Brene Brown, who's a speaker and researcher, and Jason Reynolds, youth author, where they were discussing Mr. Reynolds' work and the concept of masterpieces and messes, and how we can actually be both at the same time. They shared how there's a fine line between when a mess becomes a masterpiece, and that as people, we often have both of those as part of us in how we approach work, school, our friendships, and our relationships. If we follow that premise, that we are both a masterpiece and a mess, we should look for the opportunities to highlight all of our strengths, and you have demonstrated many of those. And at the same time, recognize that in many ways, our weaknesses are when our strengths get the best of us. As a result, I want you to know to always be you, be yourself, and to grow. The paradox of being a masterpiece and a mess is something to embrace, meaning you can be two things. We, of course, wish you all to always find a way to that product, to that beauty, to be a masterpiece, but give yourself the license to make mistakes and the feelings that come with that. Be beautiful, be vulnerable, and be your true self, and accept that. So be humble and know that you can be a mess as well as a masterpiece, and show each other grace and kindness that others too are making their way through that experience. I also wanted to share a quote that I noticed on the back of a art book that Mrs. Rayburn was showing me, that actually includes some of our student work that she'll reference as we go through the awards. And on the back cover of the student artwork, it included a quote from Vincent van Gogh that said, "Great things are done by a series of small things brought together." I'll read that again. "Great things are done by a series of small things brought together." While I'm confident in your ability to perform extraordinary deeds and accomplishments, great things, I've seen it, I want to assure you that even the ordinary opportunities, the everyday good deeds, those series of small things are the key to finding your own greatness and a way to beat negativity. When we concentrate on serving others and focus on causes greater than ourselves, We learn determination, grit, and how to do things the right way. I'd like to talk a little bit about your journey while being at East Hills, and it has been quite one. Truly unique, and to be frank, complex at times. Gut-wrenching, heartbreaking, and full of unexpected twists and turns. Many of you were here for all 5 years. In and of itself, 5 years in a middle school is quite traumatic, so 5. And it might be difficult to think back how you felt as an incoming 4th grader. It certainly was on the top of mind of many of your family members with the questions they asked as we were getting ready for that, and even for our staff considering all the possibilities. And I want to remind you that you're sitting here beginning to think about the transition to that next level. Also, it's important for me to mention that your 5th grade year was impacted by the loss of a classmate, Glenn Cabell. It was in the spring of your 5th grade year that Glenn lost his courageous battle to cancer. Glenn's family is here today and are an amazing part of our community. I'd just like to take a moment to say how much our community and our school community loves you and are ever so thankful for the time you've shared with us and the rock that you've been for us, as much as we would like to be the rock for you. I remember a quote that Glenn gave to Brad Galley from Channel 7 in the midst of his battles. "I know that I'm a strong person and I just want to keep pushing myself." Glenn's quote was given during our Hopes for Hoops, our Hoops for Hope fundraiser, and some of our staff organized and students participated. His words mean so much. "I know that I'm a strong person and I just want to keep pushing." Glenn was truly special and a true model for us, and leaves us with that legacy of the importance of believing in your inner strength and that desire to be your best self. I know that has meant so much to many of us, and the way that you've taken on that means a great deal. I wish I could stand before you and tell you that life after East Hills will be a breeze, but I cannot. It will continue to be both that masterpiece and a mess that I referenced early. After 5th grade, you entered the true middle school, only to have middle school interrupted by COVID. Beyond COVID, we've all witnessed the news of acts of hatred and bias against people of color and other non-majority groups across the globe, nation, and local communities. And we should not ignore the devastating impact this school year that school shootings in local communities like Oxford have had, and recently in Uvalde. There's just no way to sugarcoat it. There's real trauma, and we've been experiencing it in our communities. And I want you to know, as an adult, we care for you, we worry about you, and our impulse is to shelter you from all that, but we've not been able to. And ultimately, life is complex and unforgiving at times, but it's been your focus and your perseverance that's made the difference in addressing challenges to the best of your ability, and to be mindful and open-minded and optimistic about the future. Thinking back over the school year, from the first day of school all the way through events like Red Ribbon Week, the 8th grade play, service projects, the talent show, successes in athletics and on the stage, the ice cream social, Washington, D.C. trip, you've brought back all those annual traditions for us and done them as good or if not better than other classes, really making a difference. And even more recently, the 8th grade musical and the party last night was fantastic. You are a talented group. As a community, we have enjoyed it watching you grow, and as the adults in your lives, both family and educators, we have a great deal of pride in who you have become and have enjoyed helping to support you and grow your many talents. I could go on, and in reality, a lot of the remaining part of the recognition assembly will recognize those talents. But please don't just go to high school and use your gifts, but use your gifts in a way that support others and invest in others and in our community. Don't be afraid to walk through open doors, but also hold the door open for others. You have the ability to change our world and to influence and make things better in our neighborhoods, schools, and communities. Be that shining light. You are very bright, and the future is full of those possibilities. So with that, I would like to congratulate you on this very important achievement, but please remember, take the everyday small steps that will allow you to grow the many talents you are blessed with and uniquely blessed with. Our school community is proud of you, your family, your parents, your grandparents, your friends, your teachers, myself. We are so very proud of you. So enjoy the summer and remember that it's always great to be a Cavalier. And thank you again for a great school year and years with us at East Hills. At this time, I'd like to invite Mrs. Conzen to the podium to share a few words with us as we begin the special award portion of our evening.
Before we present the special awards, I just want to say a quick thing about this special group. They're the first group that has made East Hills a 4-8 community, and as it turns out, they're going to be one of only 2 that can have that distinction of graduating from a 4-8 building named East Hills. So this is a class full of dynamic individuals that have demonstrated growth and maturity. They've overcome great obstacles and adversities with strong leaders emerging, and it's been my privilege to serve and support, and it's been quite rewarding to be part of their journey. For athletics and clubs, we want to recognize that these provide the opportunity to connect with others, get involved at school, share common interests, find and showcase talents, work together as a team or a group, and sometimes push out of comfort zones and challenge themselves. At middle school, we offer sports during 4 different seasons: fall, winter 1, winter 2, and spring. At this time, I would like students that represented East Hills as part of a sports team to please stand up. Those students standing have been part of either girls basketball, girls tennis, boys soccer, cross country, football, boys basketball, girls swim and dive, volleyball, wrestling, boys swim and dive, girls soccer, boys tennis, baseball, softball, or track. Before they sit down, I would like to have those that have participated in 2 or more sports while at East Hills to please remain standing. If you have been part of 3 or more teams at East Hills, please remain standing. And those athletes that have been part of a team for all 4 seasons, please remain standing. Thank you. Congratulations. You may be seated. We would also like to recognize clubs. Those of you that took advantage and became part of an interest group, would you please stand at this time? You took advantage of the opportunity to showcase talent and interest in either art, basketball, chess, crochet, foods with friends, French voyageur, games, jazz band, newspaper, learning lab, Lego, Model UN debate, music makers, science Olympiad, signing with friends, yearbook, or yoga. Thank you. Our next special award to present will be all A's for all 3 years of middle school, and that will be presented by Mr. Southward.
All right, good evening. Will the students being recognized for receiving all A's for 3 years of middle school please come forward to be recognized? As their school counselor, I am honored to recognize this group of amazing 8th grade students who received all A's throughout their middle school experience. This is always an insurmountable task for most students and is an open display of self-discipline, intrinsic motivation, and the mature foresight to understand the importance of a quality education. Bloomfield Hills community, please join our staff today as we celebrate this group of students. And I encourage you all to take the time to reach out to them and to congratulate them on your own. At this point, I would now like to invite Mrs. Rayburn to the podium to present our next award. Students, please have a seat.
Hi there. I have taught art to this group of students since 4th grade, so I kind of know them pretty well. This class is full of talent, creativity, and a tremendous amount of potential for future success. As you go on to high school, I would like to encourage you to continue trying and growing as artists. So as you continue your education, don't be content just to learn great things. Strive to create great things as well. And remember to get your hands dirty every once in a while and have some fun. I always try to end with a quote from an artist, and I thought I should do Bob Ross this year. And one of his favorite quotes that really reminds me of you guys a lot is, I think there's an artist hidden at the bottom of every single one of us. I also like the quote where he says, there's nothing wrong with being friends with a tree. So, it is Bob Ross. So, will the students being recognized for having artwork chosen for the District Art Show, Art from the Hills, please come forward? Art from the Hills is an annual visual arts show comprised of the best artwork created by students from across all grade levels in schools within the Bloomfield Hills School District. Each teacher chooses the best examples of high-quality artwork made by their students to represent the building. The following 8th grade students had their artwork chosen to represent East Hills at the show. Oh, I did that out of order. Okay. Mariana Azali Bello, Eliana DeMello, Sydney Fortner, Ella Griffin, Julia Mahoney, Maxim Malinsky, Helena Miller, Isabella Papa, Kevin Quiles, Elena Socha, and Cole Whiting. Congratulations. I did that out of order. Sorry. I'll call them. Would the students being recognized as an outstanding art student please come forward? Each year, I like to recognize the top students who have taken visual arts classes during their 8th grade year. These individuals have stood out as talented and creative artists, but also as outstanding students for their dedication, perseverance, and passion for creating art. These students go above and beyond when making their artwork. They show that their goal is not just a good grade, but that they also strive to create artwork that makes them proud. In turn, they have made me proud as their teacher. Skylar Astras, Avery Howland, Prisha Lingham, Kevin Quiles, and Cole Whiting. Congratulations. Would students being recognized for the Art Town exhibition please come forward? The following students were chosen to participate in the 32nd annual Student Art Town exhibition. This special exhibition was held at the Community House in Birmingham and showcases the creative talents of young artists from kindergarten through high school and schools throughout Metro Detroit. Each year, art educators are tasked with identifying some of the top works from their many students to be featured in this unique event. Congratulations to Julia Mahoney, Maxim Malinsky, and Cole Whiting, who won a bronze medal. So you just want me to do it again? So I did it a little bit out of order. So they would like me to call up the Art from the Hills students again. So if you got an award for Art from the Hills, if you could please come back up. Marianne Azali Bello, Eliana DeMillo, Sydney Fortner, Ella Griffin, Julia Mahoney, Maxim Malinsky, Helena Miller, Isabella Papa, Kevin Quiles, Elena Socha, and Cole Whiting. Congratulations. Now I'd like to introduce Miss Nicole McKinder.
People usually take a moment to laugh at how I have to move the microphone, so just get it out of your systems. Hello, I'm Mrs. McKinder. I'm actually the Spanish teacher, but I'm actually going to be doing the awards for Mrs. Lucas and Mr. Erdy because they couldn't make it today. Will the students being recognized for the Band and Orchestra Directors Award please come forward to be recognized? Students who receive the 8th grade Director's Award demonstrate dedication to the band or orchestra program and concerts, demonstrate pride in the quality of their performance, and exemplify the leadership that benefits the entire ensemble. Their positive attitude and enthusiasm makes the whole group better. We recognize these students for their commitment and contributions to their ensemble. Congratulations to Cole Whiting, Pahal Kalra, Magdalena Leonard, and Logan Witherspoon. Will the students being recognized for the Solo and Ensemble Participant Award please come forward to be recognized? The Solo and Ensemble Festival gives students the opportunity to prepare a solo or small group piece of music with some coaching from their music director or private teacher. Throughout the process, students work to make their piece performance ready, which challenges them to solve problems and think critically about their music. Students then perform for an adjudicator and receive feedback and a score. This requires students to be self-motivated, bold risk takers, resilient when receiving feedback, and to maintain composure under pressure. Congratulations to Ashton Oglesby, Eliana DeMello, Magdalena Leonard, and Pahal Kalra. Will the students being recognized for the MSBOA Scholar Instrumentalist Award please come forward to be recognized? Oh, they're already here. The Michigan School Band and Orchestra Association, or MSBOA, allows each music director to choose one ensemble member per school to receive the MSBOA Scholar Instrumentalist Award. This award recognizes students who achieve academically as well as musically. To be eligible, students must participate in at least one MSBOA event during the year. Congratulations to Ashton Oglesby for band and Eliana DeMello for orchestra. Will Ashton Oglesby stay right where he is? I'll be now honoring Ashton for his participation in the All-State Honors Band. All-State Band is the top honor band in the state of Michigan. Students from all over the state of Michigan perform in front of an MSBOA member who records their audition and then sends it to the selection committee. Each recording is assigned a number, so essentially it is considered a blind audition. Only the top student auditions are selected, and those students can participate in the ensemble. Ashton's audition impressed the committee because he was invited to perform in the trumpet section with the All-State Band at the Michigan Music Conference in January. Congratulations. Will the students being recognized for the DSO Honors Band please come forward to be recognized? Students who were selected for these events, this event, demonstrate a strong desire to be challenged, easily receive and incorporate feedback, along with being resilient and a risk taker. Students who participate have to adapt quickly in order to rehearse under a new conductor and perform musically with other students they have just met. Congratulations to Charles Antone, Isaac Booya, Ashton Oglesby, Elena Sosha, and Cole Whiting. I would now like to invite Jay Schumacher to the podium to present our next awards.
Thank you, Mrs. McKinder. Congratulations to all of our 8th graders, and thank you all for being here. I have several awards to acknowledge our amazing 8th graders about here, and first of all, I'm thrilled to have been one of their teachers they've had over the years and been able to see all the amazing achievements they've accomplished along the way, and now you're here and with one more half day of school to go, so you got to feel pretty awesome about that, and I'm definitely proud of you all. So a lot of these awards could be given to many students, so I'm picking some that I am going to highlight today, but all very deserving in the classes that I've seen, especially this year. Starting with the students being recognized for choir and leadership award. Please come forward to be recognized. So these students have shown outstanding effort and growth as vocal musicians, and they always work hard every day. You know, I can rely on them to always be there and trying their best, and they just exude positivity as singers in an ensemble, you know, and it's not easy singing in front of your friends, and they really put forth a lot of effort and bravery to stand up and sing, try out for solos, and really be a leader in their section. So thank you all, starting with Marianne Azali Bello, Zachariah Johnson, Julia LeBond, Ian Little, Zaya Long, and Helena Miller. Congratulations, you may go take a seat. Thank you so much. Next, will the students in the Musical Theater Leadership Award that are being recognized please come forward? So this whole class really is deserving of this award. They were all super kind and talented, and as a joke from Mary Poppins, they were ready to step in just in time. And I'm so proud of them for learning how to tap dance with no prior experience. So a big round of applause for tap dance right there in a short period of time. And also thinking back to the 5th grade musical and all of you that were involved with Sleeping Beauty, and that was just fantastic. So if you were in the 5th grade musical, anyone out there, can you stand up as well? Any 5th grade Sleeping Beauty musical people? Congratulations to all of you. You were awesome then, and you were awesome now. So that was so fun, and just to see everything that just happened with this musical, and they were singing such challenging pieces of music and dancing and acting. It was just beyond thrilling to watch and very fun to experience all together. So thank you all very much. And next, will the students being acknowledged for the Drama Talent and Leadership Award please come forward? These students have displayed excellent acting skills in their first semester drama class, and also in their auditions and in the fall play. I'm very confident that they're going to go on and do great things as performers and actors, and I'm just thrilled for all of them because they are naturals when it comes to being on stage. So Skylar Astris, AJ Baker, Lillian Bajol, Magdalena Leonard, Maisie Watson, and Emmanuel Jalev. All right, thank you so much. Next, we have the Achievement in Forensics students. Please come forward to be recognized. So these students have shown tremendous skills competing in forensics tournaments over their middle school careers, being finalists and even state champions at their own different times throughout their middle school forensics careers. So they've been involved on the team at some point and really excelled along the way. So we have Julie LeBond, Helena Miller, who's not here, and Isabella Papa. Congratulations, keep it up in high school, please, please. And with that, I'm going to pass it over to our next awards, which are going to be World Language.
Each year at this moment, I have something easy and some difficult thing to do. Unlike the rest of the staff here, I still can see these students keep growing and be more matured each day in the high school. Yes, I'll be here. This is the easy part. However, it's very challenging to choose the outstanding students to give this award. Since so many of you have been working so hard to develop your Chinese proficiency, I want to say thank you, 谢谢, to each one of my students. Thank you for letting me be part of your learning the past 3 years. You have my best wishes for your future learning. So I would like to have those students who are going to receive the Excellence in Chinese Award to come forward. Lillian Bonjour, Evelyn Kaladijan, Sydney Lafitte, Magdalena Leonard, Julia Mohani. Congratulations. 恭喜恭喜. Next, I will have Mrs. McKinder to come here to pass the award to Spanish students.
Will the students being recognized for excellence in Spanish please come forward? So I have had the pleasure of being the Spanish teacher for your children for 6th, 7th, and 8th grades, and getting to know them has been awesome. They really are a special group, and you know, I really couldn't say enough, like Mr. Rubel did, for what they've been through, but these students here managed to live through a 7th grade year, which was pretty much all virtual, and then to achieve all A pluses this school year. So to earn this recognition, 8th grade students needed to earn an A+ as their final grades for every quarter marking period, which is not an easy task. These students are able to read lengthy texts written entirely in Spanish and answer challenging follow-up questions successfully. They can also listen and comprehend effectively, in addition to write and speak with emerging fluency and proficiency. It is truly impressive how consistent and diligent these students have been throughout their time with me. Congratulations to Isaac Buya, Eliana De Mello, Lara Olanda, Pahal Kalra, Julia Laband, Kevin Kiles, Ayush Saja, Elena Sosha, Sai Nikhil Tala, and Ahmed Wasim. Thank you. I would like to now invite Mikkel Reamer. Oh! Luau! He wrote me the nicest letter, too, and now you'll never forgive me. Sorry, Luau, it was Ahmed's hair hiding you. And Luau Yang! All that was for you, Luau. You should feel special. I would now like to invite Mikkel Reamer to the podium to present our next award.
Good evening. Will the students being recognized for robotics please come forward to be recognized? The East Hills Robotics team, the Robo Rangers, participated in 3 competitions this year with FIRST. The goal of FIRST Tech Challenge is to inspire young people's interest in science and technology while preparing them for the future. This year, the Robo Rangers also engaged in community outreach through their efforts of donating Lego kits to schools in Pontiac and hosting a drive-through event to provide holiday gifts to the underprivileged youth. In competition, the Robo Rangers placed in the top tier at sectionals, qualifying them for state competition. We are so proud of our Robo Rangers team. Congratulations to Pahal Kalra and Philip Stevens. Will the students who are being recognized for Science Olympiad please come forward to be recognized? Science Olympiad is a club in which students attend a regional event to compete against other middle school students from across the county in events that span across all aspects of science. Students prepare all year long, both in and out of school, to compete, which takes both dedication and a passion for science. Overall, our East Hills team placed 11th this year, highlighted by remarkable finishes in anatomy and physiology, crime busters, and right to do it. Congratulations to Eliana De Mello, Pahal Kalra, Eliana Sosha, and Sinakil Tala. Thank you. I would now like to invite Mr. Masucci to the podium to present the awards for student leadership.
Will the student council members please come up to be recognized? These young leaders made a year-long commitment and made a positive difference in our school and our community. Whether organizing school events, engaging in important causes, or mentoring young students, these students led with their heart and were servant leaders. Let's now recognize Charles Antone, Eliana DeMello, Julia Laband, Sarah Lynn, Sloan Popov, and Emmanuel Zalib. I'd like to now bring back up Mrs. Conson to recognize our global leaders.
Would those students involved in global leaders please come forward? Global leaders are grounded in appreciating, understanding, and empowering their role in building a more equitable and inclusive East Hills community, as well as success in our global society. They are agents of change. They work to uphold our school goal that all students will be valued and known. I'd like to recognize Charles Antone, Benjamin Donnellan, Catherine Johnston, Julia Laband, Magdalena Leonard, Sarah Lynn, Sloan Popov, Elena Socha, Philip Stevens, and Sinakil Tala. Thank you. And I'm going to welcome Mr. Southward back up and those students in National Junior Honor Society.
All right. This past June the 7th, we had a group of 36 outstanding students go above and beyond to be accepted up under our National Junior Honor Society chapter. These students wrote a 500-word essay, met deadlines throughout the year, completed service as action within our community, maintained a 3.5 GPA, excellent behavior throughout their 8th grade year, and this is definitely something that we want to celebrate today. So at this point, will the students being recognized, the 36 students, please stand now. I am extremely excited to recognize this group of students who didn't have to apply for this award. They could have chose to wait until their 11th grade year, but many of them decided that they wanted to start now. They wanted to start recognizing their accomplishments at the middle school level. The opportunity for the National Junior Honor Society elevates our students' commitment to scholarship, service, leadership, character, and citizenship. Students who aspire to become members of the NJHS must consistently demonstrate the highest standard of the 5 core principles and maintain excellent behavior marks as indicated before and a grade point average of a 3.5 GPA. I'm just going to stop so you can give them a round of applause one last time. So again, this is a major accomplishment that requires countless hours of studying, a commitment to learning, and the intrinsic motivation to excel academically. Congratulations to our 8th grade students for achieving membership into this exclusive organization. At this point, I would like to move closer towards the end of our program by inviting our 8th grade team and Lauren Rowe for some closing remarks, as well as the certificates of completion.
Well, good evening, 8th graders and families. It is hard to believe that 281 days ago, you walked into the halls of East Hills Middle School to start your 8th grade year. And as they say, time does fly by, but for many of you, your journey started 5 years ago as our first 4th grade class at East Hills, and you became part of a truly special community. During your time as fourth grade students, you dealt with nerves of opening your new locker, eating lunch in a cafeteria, blood, sweat, and tears on the football field. And who can forget the amount of flossing dance moves in the halls? Then your fifth grade year included going to Camp Copenhagen and testing your fears on the high ropes course, zooming on the zip line, and the countless singing of Old Town Road. A year later, you entered a traditional middle school schedule as a sixth grader and were gifted Chromebooks for your education. However, unfortunately, your sixth grade year was cut short due to the COVID pandemic, and you ended your year virtually staying at home, dealing with countless Wi-Fi issues and login issues, ending the year with car parades, and anticipating coming back to a normal school year in the fall of your seventh grade year. But sadly, COVID continued to be a part of our world. As a seventh grader, you started virtual, then hybrid, then back to virtual, then hybrid, and then full-time. And some of you were virtual all year. However, through these 2 years of your life, you learned important life lessons on the importance of having great relationships with friends, teachers, and the ability to adapt to situations that life throws at you. These lessons are the ones that you need not to forget and carry with you as you begin your high school career. Always be open-minded to new opportunities, face challenges head-on, and remember the importance of flexibility. Lastly, as I said, 281 days ago, you entered our halls as eighth graders. You were nervous about what this year would entail and questioned if it would be a normal year and what the expectations would be moving forward with your new eighth grade teachers. As the year continued, all of us teachers were impressed with your ability to laugh, have fun, and be active members of our eighth grade team. Your year was filled with rigorous academics, mock trial, essays, math big ideas, science lab, community service at Eastover, and many more experiences that we hope you will remember for the rest of your life. Lastly, this was a special year as you were the first group in over 2 years we were able to take to Washington, D.C. and enjoy the rich history. But who can forget the bus rides, the laughter, the singing, the sleepy pictures we would take, the selfies. And this is what makes East Hills so unique. We're a family. As you reflect on your time here, remember the lessons that shaped you, that fads come and they go like a pair of Jordan shoes. And remember to always stay gold. And before we call you up to receive your certificates, we could not think of a better class this year to share in Miss Mara's last year of teaching. We are all so proud of you, and you all helped make her last year so special. Thank you for the memories, and we expect great things from each and every one of you as you begin an exciting new chapter in your life. You will be missed. Congratulations. At this time, eighth graders, please stand and come forward to be recognized.
As we begin to read the names of the 8th grade class of 2022, we ask that you please hold your applause until all the students have had a chance to be recognized. Aiden Affelt. Falak El-Homsi. Gabriel Alami, Charles Antone, Skylar Astris, Marianne Azali Bello, AJ Baker, Jack Baker, Brennan Bice, Julia Vitetta, Isaac Booya, Lillian Boujol, William Boujol, William Clark, Yandel Delgadillo, Ava DeLisi, Chase Denha, Eliana DeMello, Benjamin Donnellan, Nicholas Dykema, Angela Elias, Jackson Foote, Sydney Fortner, Alec France, Aiden Goodwin, Ella Griffin, Ava Gutterson, Connor Hassett, Lara Hollanda, Avery Howland, Ryan Hunt, Rocco Iacobelli, Rocky Ivanaj, Zaire Jackson, Ruby Jaworski, Zachariah Johnson, Catherine Johnston, Evelyn Kalajian, Layla Calavialil, Pahal Kalra, Royce Cashamoon, Dakota Kersey, Julia Labond, Jacob Leduc, Alessandra Lee, Sydney Lafife, Magdalena Leonard, Maximiliano Liberti,
Prisha Lingham, Sarah Lynn, Ian Little, Zaya Long, Demazier Love, Julia Mahoney, Maxim Malinsky, Giovanni Mara, Duran Mason, Andrew McDermott. Helena Miller. Dylan Mitchell. Catherine Mew. Ibrahim Naksho. Taylor Nicole Walsh. Gabriel Ochoa. Ashton Oglesby. Alexander Amvet. Owen Otto. Gisela Pagel. Isabella Papa. Jade Perry. Sloan Popov. Kevin Keelis. Lillian Rosnowski. Ayush Saja. Brooke Sanders. Aiden Scholl. Julius Sanawi. Ainsley Smith. Elena Sosha. Philip Stevens. Sophia Swicky. Kyle Takeash. Sinakil Tala. Ava Takur. Graziella Thornton. Connor Twentyman. Aaron Vandemark. Caitlin Vofrey. Nicholas Walker. Ahmed Wasim. Maisie Watson. Cole Whiting. Drew Wilson. Logan Witherspoon. Luau Yang. Emmanuel Zhelov. Congratulations, 8th graders. We are so very proud of you.
Well, we've been here a little bit, and we're, again, so very proud. Huge congratulations to all of you. Thank you to our families and staff. Please bask in the beautiful night we're having now that the sun's creeping down, and enjoy and begin thinking about everything that sits in your future. And good luck, and again, We're so proud, and we truly, truly appreciate you. Congratulations.